Welcome back to Blackwatch Intel. My name is Crashy, and today we're going to be talking about Blizzard World. Now, Blizzard World just hit the PTR, and it's actually really cool. It's a hybrid map, so it's the first point is going to be capture, and the second point, or like the second objective, is payload. So similar to like King's Row, for example. Now, I just played my first game of Blizzard World, and I gotta say, as a Genji main, I really enjoyed this map because there's just so much to it, and I'm really not gonna talk a whole lot about, just the design or kind of the aesthetic of it, because it speaks for itself. It's a game based in the universe of Blizzard, you know what I mean? Everything around it is Blizzard-centric and Blizzard theme and Blizzard games, and it's just super beautiful and awesome. But I have to say that I do really appreciate having a very bright map. I feel like some of these maps that we play on are pretty dark and kind of gloomy, and this map just feels fun based on kind of like the tone and the colors that they've put into this map. Now, I guess this, being my first thoughts or initial thoughts, I kind of want to talk about the flow of the map. The first point seems pretty cool. Like, it seems like it's, a pretty single lane. It's kind of far though. Like, it feels like the distance between the spawn point and the first point on like King's Row is like half the distance between the first point, spawn point, and the first capture point here on Blizzard World. So it's a little weird. I don't know how that's going to play out, and I haven't gotten a great understanding of how the map's going to play overall, but I think it's okay. The first point seems pretty cool. The second point is super long. I think this whole map is just really big in general. So I wonder how, what the common, kind of attack and defense will be like on this map. The second kind of like street phase is really fun. There's a lot of places you can go. You can go up top, around the left, around the right. There's like a kind of like a studio area you can get to. There's just so much going on in that street phase. And then the third phase, and you can maybe see it in this gameplay if it gets to that point, there's just like a lot of congestion. Like, it just seems like there's just so much going on in terms of like where the enemy team can stand. If you're attacking, it seems like it might be hard to get through this point, and it starts to choke down into these like narrow dark pathways as you go into the third street phase, trying to get the point to the very end. And then right at the very end of the map, there's just very little places to be as an attacker. You can flank on the far right through the stairs, or you can go around the pathway that the cart had to follow to actually get there. And it feels like the defense could either feel very pinched in, or the attacking team can feel very pinched in. And we'll just have to wait and see. I think the third point will actually end up being harder on the defenders, because there's really just not that many places to spread out, as where kind of the beginning of the third kind of like street push seemed really kind of hard for the attackers. You kind of feel like you're isolated right in front of your spawn, and it felt a little, like I said, congested to try to get through there to get to the cart and start pushing it through that kind of like winding dark alleyway that is the map. So it's pretty cool. I think overall I'm excited to see how this map flows, because it's really hard to say, but at very least it's not just another payload map like we got with Junkertown, and it feels a little wide open, but not as open as Junkertown, so I think there will be some good strategies and some cool places for the defenders to hold. I'm liking the map so far, and I just got to see it played in a little bit of a serious setting to see kind of like where the setups are, and what the typical attack and defense kind of times and positionings are like. But overall, I think the map is a very good dynamic coming to the game. I'm excited to see, like I said, just a very bright and kind of pretty looking map joining the game, and it's nice. I don't even remember what all the hybrids are off the top of my head. I can only really think of King's Row being like one of the best maps in the game, so hopefully hybrid has that feel to it, that kind of play style to it, where it just fits in the game nicely and it feels like it flows very well. So I'm looking forward to this map. I think it looks really awesome, and it feels awesome so far, especially on Genji. That street phase, the second phase, is just insane. Like, there's just so many flank routes and so many places you can go, so it looks really cool. So I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Please do not leave without leaving a like and subscribe for future videos. I appreciate it again, and I'll see you on the next video.
Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel the fire inside of me? Do you see the sparks that I'm setting free? Does the beat take you over? You just